transitions now. So, backside 50. So, yeah, so we ended yesterday with a backside 50 heel hook in this position. So we're going to start from the assumption that this is where we're starting. So essentially the idea is we went through our whole chain from the back, and now we're going to use the last position as our starting position now. So just reviewing the position real quick, we're here, and we just heel hook the guy. So that is basically our position right now. This is not the double 50 or one of the more complicated where we need to feather the legs in here and do anything like that. It's a very simple, we just lock the legs in the simple 50-50 position from the back, okay? And we're just going to quickly do our heel hook mechanics, remember the position from last time, and then we'll start from here, okay? So just to show the position one more time, all fours. So just to show the position from one more time, I have what is right now my right leg, basically here inside the hole. I take the left leg, feed it between his legs, and now I lock in a figure 4, and I bring my right foot onto his hips, and I lock it down here. This gives me a bit of control over his hips. If he tries to step back with this foot, I can block him, and that gives me the opportunity to go to his heel. And then we just use our standard reverse figure 4 grip on the heel, and we tap him. Okay? Any questions about the general position? Again, everyone's going to do it with me. We're an odd number, so everyone gets around with me, and I'll tell you personally what I think you're doing wrong. Yeah, he was just asking for the people that didn't hear. Sometimes people have a problem getting from the backside 50 this foot to his hip. First of all, this is going to happen sometimes. Just don't know, of course. Let me do it from this side because I think it'll be easier to see in the video too. Move up a bit. Yeah, now we're on camera. I did a complete video series on the 50X from the standing position, and when I looked at the videos, I found out we were all out of shot, so I couldn't use any of the stuff we filmed on that day. So I'm trying to make sure we're always in camera shot. So, but the question was that sometimes it's hard to get the foot from here and just to here. That's one, a problem if he just makes himself a little lower. Yeah, exactly. Now his body blocks me. Also, if you just have someone who's just smaller than you, that's a problem too. No, go ahead and say low. So honestly, the way I like to do this, instead of going directly to the hip, I grab the foot. I'm going to do this slow. I bring his foot to my hip, and now he starts twisting away from me, and now I get my foot in. Because if he doesn't start twisting away from me, again, don't twist away, I'm going to go slow.
Yeah, it begins to work.
Yeah, exactly. If he insists on moving his body in this way, and then pull his foot to me, that starts attacking his knee. And he can essentially start ripping his own tendons in his knee. So it's in his best interest to move his body this way. Yeah, and that gives me the opening to put my foot in. Okay? So just if someone starts having a problem weaving the foot onto the hip, just pull the knee in, and then he starts moving away from you, and that gives you the opening. So now we're starting with the first transition. We're going to go from heel hook directly to a triangle. But we're going to do a triangle variation, the back triangle. It's really hard it's easier if you're transitioning from submission to submission to go top to bottom. Just the things kind of line up more easily, and the kind of control you have in the top position lends itself to transitioning to other submissions. Like if we do a triangle, if I'm in a triangle, well, I've already got his arms here where I need them, so I can just switch over And now I have arm submissions. Okay? It's easy to transition from the head to the arms, and also if he starts posturing up, well now his feet are there where I need them to be, so again, it's a bit easier to transition to here. Okay? The problem when we start getting, okay, backside 50. The problem is when we get down to the bottom, one, I just don't have gravity on my side anymore when I'm here, because when we're doing a triangle, we can always just go in the direction of gravity. Now I have to go up. So gravity is working against me here, and also all of the other things I could be submitting are far away. His head, I cannot touch his head, I cannot reach his arms, so for me to go from here to the head is a pretty difficult situation. So I will always need to go to sort of an intermediate control before I can go to my next submission, okay? So in this case, let's say he starts posturing up and he gets his knee free. Okay, when we're here, I can forget the heel hook. The minute his knee gets outside of my leg entanglement, the heel hook is gone. Okay, we could try toe holds and everything, but I don't want to do that right now. I want to go to the submissions that we've been working on for the last 6 months. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to transition to his back. So I take my foot as it is, and I lock it down. Okay, try to pull your leg out. Yeah, I've got a good grip on his leg now, okay? I'm not going to stand forever here, but I'm keeping him from running away. Let's back up a bit to make sure we're in camera. Yeah. Okay, so from this lock, I take this hand, and right now I'm locking down with the leg, with the knee, okay? To get to his back, I need to free this leg, which means I need to have another control. And I'm just basically going to climb up his body. From here, I take my arm on his leg. Now I can pull out this leg, but again, try to get away. Yeah, I've got his entire leg now. The control here is on his lower leg, and my arm's got his upper leg. From here, this arm goes into my underhook. And I've got basically a double underhook now, because I've got another one here, okay? One underhook with this hand, one underhook with this hand, and from here I can start getting my hooks in, and now I can put them on. Now I have my back mount, and from here I hide one of his hands, bring them on the side, and now I have the back mount. And then we just lock up the transition, and, oh, I'm sorry. Was that your pants? Yeah. Okay. That's what I was worried about. I was like, oh shit, I broke something. Okay, so showing that one more time. So let's just start here because I need to, yeah. Okay, so again, we're in our backside 50. I'm basically going for the submission, and he frees his knee. Okay? Right here, this is where we know no more heel hook, so I give up the heel hook. I lock his leg down like this. Unhug his arm, free this leg. Climb up, underhook, underhook, hooks in, and back mount. Okay? And from here, I'll go around with you two. Everyone else should have done this with me by now. It was a while ago, but we've done it. Okay, so from here, transition to the back triangle. Okay, and back triangle is a bit harder to finish, but yeah. Okay, so again, let's rotate. So last transition. So I'm just taking it from the very beginning. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So again, starting from our normal position, we're here. He gets his knee out. We transition here. take, I bring it down, I start going to my back triangle, and let's just say from here, for some reason, I don't really get the back triangle. Okay? This is actually a choke that's, for me, a bit difficult. I think we're almost out of camera. The back triangle is not always the easiest choke to get for some people. For me, I have very skinny legs, and I have fairly long legs. So this choke is actually one of the less applicable chokes for me, because it's just really hard for me to get the kind of tightness I need for the choke. And then sometimes it's also pretty easy to defend against. If he just moves his elbow down, I have no choke anymore. I mean, it's not pleasant. You don't want to spend all day there, but the choke is gone.
Yeah.
But the good thing is we have a wonderful control even if we don't have the choke. And because of where his arm is, I can immediately go into a Kimura. So, and that's the last transition. This, like I said, the hardest one is the back take from the heel hook. But from here, it's really just, I try for the choke, he brings his elbow down, no problem. Because the good thing about it is this counter to the back triangle actually gives me the opening for my Kimura. So he just basically replaces one submission with me for another.
Can you also do an armbar from here?
Armbar? Yeah, you can. Armbar. Americana, wrist lock. You can do a ton of shit from here. If you still want to choke the guy, you can just take your fist and start going in here. I mean, there's a ton of shit you can do. Like I said, we've been doing the triangle, Kimura, and heel hooks, so I wanted to focus on those. But you have this is a wonderful position for pretty much any submission. So any kind of arm submission, this is great. So I think, so I think that one's pretty simple though, so I would say I don't need to do a lot of explanation. I think it's just a matter of you just do the Kimura. So we'll just drill that a bit with each other and then we'll go see some sparring, okay? Okay, so just a quick explanation for the first sparring exercise so that everyone knows. We're starting with some submission escapes again. We're going to do 4 rounds of this like always. The difference, normally we're only allowed to do the one submission that we're working on. Now you get to do a triangle or a Kimura or a heel hook. I don't care which one, I don't care how you got there, okay? Those are all of your options. The idea is to learn how to transition from submission to submission. So our starting position today is the backside 50. From here, I do not get to grab the heel yet. My arms have to be away from his heel, but I get to have the figure 4 lock. It starts when he says go, so I don't get the lock and start like automatically trying to break his foot. He gets to say go because it's already the worst position for him he can be in. And from here, we just keep going until we have an escape. We define escape here as he is completely free from danger. So either he is completely separated from me, and we're like this, or he's gotten the control on me. So he's gotten to the mount, or the back mount, or the side control, or something. So, but if it's a situation where he has no control and he's not separated, so like this, we keep going. We keep going. We keep going. We keep going, because I'm still able to submit him. Yeah, we keep going, okay? It keeps going until he's the one with a dominant position, or we're separated. Okay? You look like...
Yeah, I didn't forget it. When do we stop?
We stop when there is a separation, I have no more contact, or he has the strong position. So if we're like working, and just, if he gets here, now he won. Now he has escaped because he has the dominant position on me. It's possible to submit him, but not very likely. I'm in a bad position to submit now. That counts as escape for him. Okay? Or if he gets me in the mount. Yeah, this is again, okay, now I have to escape the mount, I'm not submitting anymore.
So basically, when he passes your guard, then it's...
Or a complete escape. Or a complete escape. Or if we're like this, where I have no more contact, also that is an escape. Both of those are accepted, okay?
And turtle.
How would you finish?
Turtle?
Turtle escape.
What do you mean? If he has me in the turtle or I have him in the turtle?
If he is the finisher, you are in the turtle.
Oh yeah, that counts as dominant position.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that counts as dominant. So if again, I'm trying to submit him and he gets me in the turtle, yeah, okay, yes, this is again, he's got the dominant position, he has escaped. I have to reposition, anything like that counts as an escape, okay? Huh? What?
Exactly that's
Yeah, if I have him in the turtle, I'm still working on my submissions. Yeah. Okay, clear what I want?